On the LordTalk Show podcast. Start your day off with a higher vibrational podcast with weekly guests covering spirituality, healthy foods, and so much more. Go to SherryLord.com for more info. Thank you, everyone. It's such a pleasure. We're so excited to be here on the LordTalk Show. And I'm your influencer host, Sherry Lord. And we're so excited because we have a wonderful, famous evolutionary astrology person with us today, Cathy Lindsey. And she's got some amazing updates for us. And what the heck is going on in the world in astrology and what's playing. And, she's going to give us some highlights and a wealth of information. We so want to say thank you, Cathy, for coming back on our show. We're so excited to have you. And we want to remind everybody to please chat hi. You got to say hi or something in order to win this beautiful The Way of the Lightkeeper books, complimentary from Satyama Publishing Company. You can go to their website.com or Google they're also on Facebook. So go to Satyama Publishing and join their little group page. They're an amazing group of publishing companies and they sell a lot of products. But I want to welcome Cathy because you're going to be talking about the updates on the current energies of astrology. And welcome, because there's a lot going on. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about you and give us some highlights of how we can deal with this and what's happening?
Yeah. Okay. So, I work on SRISE, Evolutionary Astrology, and I do regular natal chart readings. I do relationship readings. I'm on international panels, et cetera, et cetera. Okay.
Wow.
I've been doing readings since 1994. And I have a cat here this week. Okay.
Wants to join us.
All right. So basically, I want to kind of explain that, the chart. I don't know if you can show. Yeah. The natal chart.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah, the natal charts.
Yeah. Okay. So that is like almost like a tattoo on your soul of the energy you were born with to do your soul work. And it's been scientifically proven that every star, planet, asteroid, etc., has its own individual energy. And so, as above, so below. All of those energies are hitting the Earth, everything alive, including ourselves. And so, if the planets up there, their energy, if they're not getting along, like they're in what we call a square or something, we receive that uneasy, not getting energy down here on Earth. And that's kind of what's been happening the last few years here. And right now is that some of the planets aren't getting along very well up there. That energy is coming down, and we need to deal with it ourselves individually, and then of course deal with it worldwide, etc. So in learning your own individual energies helps you navigate the energies when you walk out that door. When you understand your own energies, you can navigate your life better. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So, like I said, navigation, being able to navigate, understanding your own energies. Of course, your main energy is your sun, sign, and then your moon sign, and then your rising or ascendant. And those are the three main things we look at in a chart. Besides all these other planets that are in the chart.
Wow. Yeah.
So when you interpret all those, you learn kind of what your own energies are. You can, what I want to say, you can do your daily work, you can do your manifestations, you can learn how to navigate out in the real world, which at times is a little volatile. lately.
Thank you.
In the last year or so. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I thank you, Lynn. She's saying we got a little bit of echo, so maybe we get a little bit closer. Maybe it won't echo so much. I'll get a little bit closer to the mic. Sorry about that. But thank you, Lynn, for joining us. I just want to remind everybody, please say hi or state something to be entered into the drawing towards the end of the show. So, Cathy, I have a couple of questions for you. What the heck is happening? There is so much happening. I mean, a combination of good and things are revealing itself. They're coming to the forefront, like deep seeds are appearing and like you didn't even know they were there and you had to look at them. What is happening now with the energies? Where are we now with the energy and where are we headed in 2024?
Yeah. Okay. So the main thing is Pluto. Okay, the planet Pluto, and it is a planet. They had to put a lot of the planets in different categories. So we have a category of dwarf planets, which there's about 10 planets in, and Pluto in there. But Pluto is the planet of transformation.
Okay.
Whatever Pluto touches in your chart or the chart of the United States or the chart of any other country, etc., things are going to transform. It's going to be slow. Pluto's been in Capricorn since 2008. And so now Pluto's still in Capricorn, but January 22nd, Pluto's going to move into Aquarius. And so the energy is going to change. It's going to be lighter. It's going to be more focused on we the people, community, humanity. Aquarius is like our genius energy, being able to think outside the box for the good of everyone is part of the focus of Aquarius. So in 2024, Pluto's going to move there on January 22nd until September.
Okay.
And then from September to the middle of November to be back in Capricorn. And then the middle of November, towards the end of November, Pluto will move into Aquarius for over 20 years.
Oh, wow. Those are major shifts that were happening. Has anybody else, can you text us, have you had any problems? Have there been like things coming up, like old patterns appearing to you guys? Thank you, Mary, for joining us. And thank you for letting us know about the echo. We're getting better with it. We know that we're trying to correct that, but thank you so much. And my questions I've had myself personally this whole year has really been reclaiming my power where I gave my power away. I know I had to look at that, recorrect myself, and forgive myself and all who were involved to show me where my weakness was, where I needed to strengthen it, and where I needed to be true to myself, more, even though I thought I was, but there were areas that really showed me where I was a little weak and that they were strengthening it. And the other thing was I had some very deep-seated things coming up, and it was like I never knew they were there. And it's like, what was this about? I've always been here and I wanted to go up here in my path, not just spiritually, but in my business and the things I'm doing. And those deep seeds came up. Is it because I was intending to move forward? Is it my intent, or it was just coming up because it was blocking and I needed to, old patterns have been shown and being released for new ways. Is this part of that Pluto? I mean, is this,
Yes.
We're all going through something, not just me,
Yeah. No, everybody. Including the world, including our countries, etc. Yeah. So Pluto's here to transform so that you can move forward soul-wise, the evolution of your soul.
Yeah.
And the releasing of things coming up are things deep in our soul. We're not, aware of every day, but they will come up so that you can release them.
But you have to look at them. Yeah, you got to look at them because these old patterns or whatever was deep-seated, you didn't even know was there, were coming up. And then when we looked at that, we're able to dissolve that. Forgive myself and all who were involved, of course. But some of these were from past lives affecting the current. And not all of them were. Some of them were this life, but a lot of them were deep seeds. And I tell you what, once it was done, you could feel the shift in the energy. And felt lighter, but it was difficult. It was not like a cake, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of you guys gone through anything that's watching, please let us state something. You know, we're more than happy to let you know what's going on. But I feel better. I'm glad it did come up because it feels like it's paving the way to be more smooth. And allowing myself to achieve those goals I've already have in place to do. But it was a lot of work. I'll be very, very, very honest.
Well, like we say, transformation isn't easy. And if it's easy, you're not doing the work.
Okay. One of the, Mary Ellen is suggesting that you turn your volume down a little bit. Just a tiny bit to see if the echo goes away. Don't turn you off on mute, but see if you can turn your volume down to see if the echo. We're going to try that, Mary. Hi, Kathy Drum. Thank you for joining us. We're trying to correct it. Just a little bit, not where you're out, but just turn it. You have the volume button to turn down a little bit.
On
I don't know how you do that. It should be up on the computer when you. On the bottom row of your computer where it says plug in and all that, it should have, tells you how much your plug is on your computer. Should be around there. Should have volume. Should have volume there somewhere. Do you see it? Like on the screen on the bottom, there's usually where it says plug and you have like 100%. And then it has volume, like little lines.
I'm trying to find.
And then they have mic. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't plug in my mic this time. And I just wanted to say, hi, Barbara. Thank you for joining us. Woohoo. It's all right. We'll keep going because we really want to know more. So look for mic symbol. Look for mic symbol. Did you find a mic symbol?
I'm trying.
Is it on the computer, like on the little hand on the keypads up on the top rows? Is there like something to do with mics? Yeah.
I'm obviously not very tacky.
That's okay. We'll just come in closer to the computer. I think that helps a little bit. And we'll just keep going. We're doing our best here. No, you're not. Well, we appreciate you, Mary. Thank you for helping us out. You know, yeah, we thank you guys so much. But like I said, I've been going through a lot of change and transformation. I know a lot of people who are watching us has too. So what I want to know is, anybody been going through anything lately? I mean, has any patterns come up with you guys besides me? I know that we're all affected here, you know. But what can you tell us about Pluto too? Because you said something about it's about transformation with Pluto.
Yes. It's the transformation so that as you evolve.
Okay.
So it's kind of, you know, our guidance, etc., knows where we're headed and what we need to deal with from the past of this lifetime, and it brings it up. And that's kind of what's happening. A lot of people out in the. Okay, wait a minute. I was just trying to see if I can find the microphone thing. I know. All right. Okay, so the evolution, the reason that things are brought up so that we can look at and release and whatever, is so that we can transform, so that we can evolve spiritually. Okay. So we're getting rid of a lot of stuff that's in our way.
Okay.
One way, like we talked about the United States. The United States right now is going through what's called a Pluto return. And that's why everything is kind of very chaotic. It's very, it can be volatile. There's like almost like craziness going on, because there's things in the United States since 1776 that need to be upgraded. And in order to upgrade something, you have to be able to see it.
Okay.
And so Pluto's basically been throwing everything in our face that has to do with corporate America and has to do with the government, so that we can see it, so we can upgrade it. Things don't need to totally be destroyed, but need to be upgraded from 1776, when the United States was formed. Now, an interesting thing about that is in 1776, Pluto was in Capricorn, and that's when the Declaration of Independence happened.
Okay.
And just a year or so later, the Declaration of Independence was written. But Pluto had moved into Aquarius, and the Declaration of Independence started out with "We the People."
Okay.
And that's exactly where we're at right now. Pluto's going to spend most of 2024 in Aquarius.
Wow, so it's a lot of changes happening. It feels like they're good though, even though there's a lot of transformation happening.
Yeah. It'll be good. It'll be more focused on community, more focused on the people, and outside the box kind of ideas.
Yeah.
For the United States and for us. And the energy will lift. Capricorn is an earth energy, more of a drudgery kind of a thing. And Aquarius is the light energy. It's like, so the whole energy is going to shift during that time.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting. Now, how does it play a role, like with, I mean, and we know that it's worldwide because we can see it globally. The shift is happening.
Right.
But individually, like I said, I've been going through transformations. Many of us that have been are watching us, but everyone has been at some level, awareness to it or not, things have been happening. And it's been good, but it sometimes have been a little rough. So it's been a combination of both. Will that kind of smooth out for 2024 when we head into 24? Is there like, for, you know, will that kind of get a little easier in 2024, January, February, or depends on what sign you are?
Well, yeah, because the planets, as they move around up there, activate our chart.
Yeah.
Our chart never actually changes, but it gets activated, and that's what puts everything into motion. I believe things are still going to be a little chaotic. It's kind of like Pluto's like, you know, what I'm going to say, on its last leg, and it knows it, so it's desperate.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems like things are going quick. Yeah.
Yeah. But part of next year, Pluto's going to be in Aquarius, which is going to be, you know, a lighter energy.
Okay.
Now, ourselves, we are being hit also wherever Pluto lands in your chart. And, you know, what it's doing, like, this is above your head, but it's like squaring the nose. You know, so the soul's intent for humanity at this time is about transformation and transforming our own energies, moving forward that way.
Yes.
Navigating kind of craziness out in the world. And I know there's a lot of people that
There has been.
that say, you know, I mean, the news can be kind of hard to watch sometimes. But we can also help that by manifesting peace and love out there.
That's true. We know where to hold the light. We know to do that. And from the heart of love, which many of us are doing already, even though we're moving forward on our own transformation. How does this affect, we know it's affecting world and global. How is it affecting personal relationships? Is that part of that too, like for individuals, or it depends, like if you're Capricorn or Aquarian, or it's affecting all, like down the middle somewhere? I mean, what is this about? Is this like change with some relationships? Is this what's happening? You know, what's
Right,
healthy, what's not healthy, boundaries. I mean, is this part of that?
Yeah. I mean, it all, Pluto's the main character, let's just say right now. But everything else is working that way also. We have Saturn, you know, right now that's in Pisces. So let me put that in human terms. Pisces is very, very psychic, very intuitive, the energy of manifestation, meditation. So Saturn, which rules Capricorn, what Saturn is saying is it's time to form boundaries. Boundaries around even like our own intuitiveness, etc., and using it for the good of everybody. You know, and so that's a good energy. And we watch planets like that. Like we had a full moon yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
And Saturn was squaring that full moon, activating that full moon. And, you know, so it's bringing in Gemini, chatter, talk, communication, Sagittarius, which the sun is in. You need a moon and a sun to make a full moon.
Okay.
And so all this communication, and then Saturn comes in, bringing in spirituality a little, bringing in some intuitiveness, you know, with some boundaries, but not strict boundaries, because that's the way Saturn is in Pisces. So that affects everybody.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because I was, you know, we've all going through, it's almost like looking at everything in your life, blessing it all, what it's taught you, you know, and blessing the person that taught you at the same time, and then correct it, you know, even if they don't like the correction. Does that, you know, because they're, you know, it's important because it's for both. It's not just for the one, you know, it helps both in the learning, you know. Yeah, and what about, do you have anything for some of the astrology people? Because some people are looking for relationships. It'd be Aquarian, Capricorn, Scorpio. I mean, what are you getting for that? What are you getting for relationships? People are looking for relationships.
Relationships are what I want to say. The focus of relationships is changing a little bit from the way it used to be.
Yes.
It's more honoring the individual. And that's going to be true with the Aquarian energy. Aquarius is about the good of everybody and not just the good of me.
Right.
It's loving everybody. What do we need to upgrade and change for everybody? Relationships, you know, when I do a reading for somebody, relationships is always part of that. And so we look at certain houses in the chart to see what's being activated. We have the house of committed relationships, the 7th. We have the house of the soulmate, which is the 8th. So you have 2 houses that will be activated. Also, the 5th can be for relationships. So you can see that in individual charts. You look at Venus, you look at Jupiter going through those houses. And that's kind of a basic of what we look at for relationships. One of the relationship signs is Libra. And Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love. Okay, and so our transiting nodes, which are important with astrology, the North Node and South Node. The South Node right now is in Libra. And so that is bringing up in all relationships a reevaluation of that relationship. And are we going to stick with the old patterns, or are we going to move forward
to a new
into
way?
newer patterns, new ways? And that's happening worldwide. But where that shows in the chart makes a difference too.
Yeah.
So relationships, are our focus right now, and will be for another year or so.
Wow.
That way.
Hi, Beth. Thank you for joining us. And no, I'm just very, you know, like there's just so much new ways. I mean, this is what we've done. This is what I've done. You know, many people, this is the way we were taught. This is how we did things. And then it feels like things are shifting. And the old way is leaving, but not like all at one time. It's just gradually fading away. for some of us. Some of it might be more abrupt. But I also got that new ways in relationships seems healthy. It's all about a healthier relationship and with people, and that respect and boundaries, as well as valuing that person and valuing who you are. It feels like I'm seeing a lot, like even reflections of the past to current, making those changes. So what you're saying is what a lot of us, probably all of us, are going through in our own way. But it feels like you're doing like a review of it and like says, no, this doesn't serve anymore. I'm ready now for a new way of more healthier, more lightness, more fun, more, I don't know what it all is, but it's different,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's healthy. I think it's good. Mm-hmm.
It is. And I think the focus... The focus on people, on the community, with humanity is going to be a big shift, and that's where a lot of this is going to come into. I mean, if you think about us from the past, back in the hippie days, and we had Woodstock, for those that remember Woodstock. Anyway, but the thing I want to bring up is that we had a 3-day concert with 500,000 people, and not one arrest. Not one. So, could we do that now? It'd be hard to do that now. So it was about the energy, and we have to remember everything is energy. We're getting energy from the planets. We're getting energy, and the energy of Woodstock was peace and love. And music. Peace, love, and music. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, again, that dark cloud that's out in the collective, that energy, the dark cloud of energy in the collective. Okay. The only thing stronger than dark is light. Mm-hmm. And back at Woodstock, peace, love, music, peace and love was the main energy. That's what we need to send out. Every day you walk out the door, send it out to that black cloud in the universe.
That's so true. Is there anything else about what you'd like to kind of talk about real quick that's important for everybody about all these changes in the universe right now?
Yeah. Okay, we talked about the big one, of course, the Pluto thing. We have Uranus, which is another planet.
Uranus, gotta come closer. Yeah, Uranus, yep.
Yeah. And it's in Taurus.
Oh,
and
okay.
you kind of see that playing out, because Taurus is very much a good sign. And about, your land and home and that kind of thing, which is the real focus right now with, all the extreme weather and stuff. But Uranus is again, making changes within the stability of home and our family and our kind of thing. Uranus, Taurus also loves food and, our land. So when you think about that, there's been changes around that with, inflation, with all of the extreme weather that's going on. And part of that is Uranus. So the energy of making change that way for the good of everybody, which is the community and humanity that represents, because Uranus represents Aquarius.
Right.
And so we have Uranus and Taurus for a few more years. We have Neptune, which rules Pisces, and that's another long-moving transit in Pisces, and it rules Pisces. And so what I want to bring up there is the fact that whenever Neptune has been in its own sign, traditionally, all the way back, there's always been a spiritual renaissance and an artistic renaissance. And we've been going through this for several years now. We have a few more years of Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. And you can see the spiritual renaissance for one thing, what we're doing right now, a few years ago, wouldn't have been allowed.
Okay. Wow.
You know, like a podcast of spirituality and different things.
Yeah, we've made a lot of progress. You know, things are really changing to a whole new ball game or a whole new. It's kind of foreign. You know, it's kind of like, well, what is this new? You know, but it's exciting. I can feel the excitement around the energy, even though I had to move through my own levels with myself, which was deep, and I have. And, you know, we're always going to evolve, you know, constantly, but it was intense more, you know, than it has been. But I think it's because it was so important to have more freedom, you know, in our life and, you know, expanding that divine love, but self-awareness, but self-love at another level too. It feels like it's very empowering. And it's not that we're not empowered, but it's a new level of it and a new level of creating what's next. It feels like that collective, you know?
Yeah. And part of that is what we call like the North Node. Okay. You know, that's where humanity at this moment is heading. It is a simple way to put it. It's in Aries, and Aries is our courage.
Okay.
Aries is our ability to take a step and move forward in uncharted areas, like a pioneer. Aries is about passion into the new.
Yeah.
That's the North Node. Again, the South Node is in Libra, a relationship sign, and all relationships, our own countries, work, etc., needs to be upgraded. We need the courage to upgrade. We need to take that step into the pioneer, into the unknown. That's the energy, big time all over.
Wow, that is really cool. And I just want to say thank you. Hold on, we're just gonna do the drawing real quick. And I tell you what, I'm not real savvy on the computer, but I have another little thing I'm gonna be doing, and soon I'll be able to show it where it shows all the faces and all the people who chat will be on it, and then it shows confetti, you won, you know. But I don't know how to bring it over there yet, but we are going to use the system behind the scene because it works. So just give me a second. And while I'm doing that drawing, Cathy, is there anything else you want to share with them? And then I'll pop back in. You know, I'm just going to go and run that real quick.
Okay. I do want to emphasize the fact that a lot of what I want to say, like interpretations that you read in the paper, magazines, etc., are about the sun sign. You know, okay, so Gemini this, Capricorn that. When you're reading those publications that have that in.
Okay.
Be cautious. It's just talking about your sun sign. One thing, and like you've seen, you know, with the chart, there's a lot of planets, and your sun sign is your life force. It's the energy you use, your life force energy, and the energy you use to kind of shine out there. But you also have your moon. The moon is your emotional core. And the moon is where your cellular memory comes through. The soul never dies, the soul never forgets. And so that energy comes in through the moon. And then you have your rising sun. And that rising sun is what everybody sees before you let out your emotional core and your life force energy. They say kind of a combination of everything in your chart, and that's what people see when you first meet them. It's the ascendant. So those are the three main things. But just remember that they're talking about your sun sign only. And that's why sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, wow. Thank you. And we have our very first drawing winner. I did them. Okay, we just want to give thank you to Satyama Publishing Company. You guys check them out, satyamapublishing.com. They also have a Facebook group page, and they're amazing. You can buy products and books and downloads and spiritual teachings and knowledge. And I know she's got Stephen Farmer and a whole bunch of other people. But Mary Ellen Citron won this one. We got 3 we're going to give away. The Way of the Light Keeper, Your Inner Pathway to Spiritual Liberation. That will be going to Mary Ellen. And the second one I drew, because I want to do them, it's called The Way of the Grace-Filled Heart. Travel the Unbroken Path of Love and Light is going to go to Barbara H. Gormley. She won. Barbara, you got the book. And the third one will go to Beth Perry, The Way of the Simple Soul. So that's the third one. And it's by the same author, Catherine Grace Landry. And we're so excited and want to give great thanks for the contribution and the complimentary gifts from Satyama Publishing and .com. So if you get a chance, go check them out. They're amazing. And Cathy, how can people get a hold of you for a reading or a chart reading? How can they get a hold of you?
My email is Astrology, which is ASTROEYES at AOL.com. Or you can also send me a text. My phone number is 515-779-7154.
And all the people who won, I need you to email me, and I'm going to put it up on here, to SherryLordPodcast@gmail.com. I need your address, and I will be sending these out to you. That's Barbara, Mary, and Beth. Please, and I'm going to put it down here so everybody can get it. It's SherryLordPodcast@gmail.com. And send me it to this address so that I can, SherryLordPodcast.com. I just texted or chatted it out to everybody just in case they need to remember, but please email me your address so that I can send these gifts to you. And thank you for watching us. And for upcoming guests, or if you want to be a guest on our show, if you want to place an ad, we're going to start doing ads now. Go to www.sherrylord.com and also to see the upcoming guests that we do have coming on. By the way, every Thursday we're doing Holistic Approach. That is a different podcast, but it's still a Sherry Lord Talk Show podcast. We're going to be doing it every Thursday. It's called The Holistic Approach. And we're still doing the spirituality and authors every Tuesday as we're doing now. Just thank you all for joining us and for gathering, and everyone who was here. Thank you and blessings on your journey, and see you next Tuesday.